How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the packing facility. Now, this is a brand new mod that just was released on the mod hub. Now, this mod has a lot of different production facilities that you're going to be able to substitute in for some other base game ones, but they're also going to create some new items for you. We have 6 new production items, and then there's 4 other items that are really unique that you don't actually produce with anything. It's like a second and third level of your production. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to take a look at all the buildings, what the new production items are. We're going to take a look at the cost of those production items, and then we're also going to take a look at some of the production values of like how much input you need and how much production you're going to get every single month and year. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is come down here to your construction menu, and then you're going to come across to your production tab, go down to factories, and then go down to the bottom, start making your way to the right. The first one that you're going to see here is the carpentry, and you can see right off the bat we have a new production item here, and it's actually pellets. So this is what it's going to look like. Let me zoom out a little bit right here, and you can see it's going to look just like that. You can spin it around, place it anywhere you like. The next one here is going to be this sugar mill. We've got a new item here as well. It's called syrups. Whenever we put this one down, you can see it's very, very similar to the base game items here. Now, these are not the ones from Elm Creek. I believe these are the ones from Erlengrot. The next, you're going to have the Golden Field grain mill right here. It's going to look very, very similar as well. Inputs and outputs right there. Next, we're going to have the Spinnery. After that is going to be the food factory. And this one has all brand new items. It's going to be ketchup. It's going to be cereals, which is an existing one. You're going to be able to make salads, and you're going to be able to make crisps. The next one here is going to be dairy. It's going to do your basic ones. And then you're also going to be able to make soy milk. And the last one here is going to be the packing facility. Now, this is a very unique one because you don't actually make anything with your crops from this one. You take some of your other production items and you package them together, and you can create some new items called a food package, an object package, or a liquids package. And then you take those and you make this thing called reputation. And reputation is worth a lot of money. Let's go ahead and take a look at the prices here. Here is a spreadsheet, and I'm going to go over this pretty quick because I'm going to have some other videos looking at a bigger breakdown of all of this data. So the first thing you can see here, we've got crisps, we've got ketchup, salad, syrups, pellets, and soy milk as your regular production items that you're going to be able to make. These are the 6 new items here. You can see on easy economy, they are worth a lot of money on the average price. And if you look at the estimated peak value, these are some serious money makers right here. Anywhere from $4,400 per pallet all the way up to $6,800 per pallet of these goods. Soy milk, it's not that difficult to be able to make it. We're going to be looking at that here in a later part of this video. Just stick with me and I'll show you guys exactly how you're going to make this stuff. Even on hard economy, it's not that bad prices for these items. Now, if you look down at the bottom, you can see we have foods, objects, and liquids. This is where you really start to make a ton of money with this mod. Each pallet of 1,000 liters of product, you're going to be able to get on average $150,000 on easy economy and $50,000 on hard economy. If you factor in the estimated peak, which is what we expect these to be able to get to at some point during the year, on hard economy, you're looking at $84,000 for only 1 pallet of goods. But guys, that's nothing. Look at reputation down there. $200,000 on average for 1 pallet of reputation, guys. And that's on hard. On easy economy, it's $600,000. And then if you factor in the economy factor, you could make over $1 million per pallet of these goods. Oh my goodness, guys. That is absolutely insane. And you might be wondering exactly where you're going to be able to sell these goods. Well, the best thing that I found is put down this right here. It's a really cheap sell point that comes with this pack. And you're going to be able to find it by going to construction. And then you come down here to productions. You're going to go to your selling points. And you're going to go all the way across till it says the Lizard Selling Station. Now, it doesn't show you that everything is sellable here, but trust me, it is. All you're going to do, boom, and then you can put it down. It's only $100, guys. And some of these items may show up at the other sell points too, but if you can't get them to work, throw this thing down here. It's going to take every single one of these. Now, for those of you that want to know what your inputs and your outputs are on this, guys, check this out. This here is the grain mill. All right, you're going to be able to make your wheat flour, your barley flour, your oat flour, and your sorghum flour. But you also have another option here to be able to make a mixed grains flour. And that's going to take all the same ingredients with the exact same recipe, but you're going to be able to get a much bigger output. If you take the top 4 items there, that's only 62 units of flour that you're going to get for each cycle. On the one that's the mixed grains, you're going to be able to get 93, guys. That is insane. It's an extra 50% on top of if you run just that one recipe by itself. Now, the only catch is you're going to need all of your grains in your silo to be able to do that. So it might be a little bit more complicated, but maybe start with this one and then run down once you start running out of some of your products and start flipping it over some of these single recipes. And guys, 12,000 cycles per month. That is absolutely insane. It is incredibly fast. It's much faster than what you're going to be able to get on any of the base game items. But the catch to that is you're going to need a lot more inputs. You guys can see here on your input needed per month, you're going to need anywhere from 60,000 liters of wheat all the way up to 360,000 liters of barley per month. Per year, you might need 4.3 million liters of barley, guys. That is an incredible amount of barley. So what does that mean? Well, that means these things aren't going to be running all the time. That means that these facilities are meant to run really quick, really short amounts of time, so you can get your product made, then you can sell it, or you can send it off to the next place and start making money over there too. Your outputs, check this out. You're going to be able to make 3.3 million liters of barley if you can supply it with that 4.3 million, 3.3 million liters of flour, guys. And if you run the mixed grains one and you can actually keep it going the entire year, you're going to make 13.4 million liters of flour, guys. That is absolutely insane. For those of you that like massive fields and you've got huge harvests, this is definitely a mod pack for you. Next, let's go and take a look at the carpentry. Same thing. I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker. The new thing here is that you're going to be able to see pellets, which you can make from wood chips. It's a pretty good ratio there. You put 4 wood chips in and you're going to be able to get 7 pellets out. The really interesting thing is if you put wood in here or you put planks in here, you're going to be able to get a byproduct of wood chips. Then you can put those wood chips back into here. You basically just keep them here and you're then going to be able to make the pellets. So if you just put wood in here, you're really going to be able to make 3 different items if you really want to: your furniture, your wood chips, and your pellets. And if you keep this thing running for an entire year, you're going to be able to make 1 million liters of your furniture and your pellets. Next one is going to be sugar mill, and it's got the same scenario that our grain mill had with the mixed materials batch sugar. You're going to be able to run sugar beet cut, and sugar cane, all 3 at the same time, and it's double the output here. If you look at your regular recipes, you're only going to be able to get 5 units of sugar with those 12,000 cycles, but with the mixed one, you're going to get 10. That's doubling up here. That is absolutely insane. And a new item that we have is syrup. Now, syrup is going to be really interesting because it takes sorghum and straw. I'm not sure why you need straw and sorghum to be able to make syrup, but that's the recipe. You're going to be able to make 60,000 liters every single month, or 720,000 per year. We'll come on down to the spinnery here, and it's the same thing. You've got 2 different ways you can make your fabric, which is wool and cotton, or you can mix them together and get a lot more. If you add your 2 base recipes together, you're only getting 4 units of cotton. And if you do the mixed batch one, you're able to get 10, guys. If you can keep this thing full with your wool from your sheep and your cotton coming out of your harvest, you're going to be able to make 1.4 million liters of fabric. And then you take this fabric and you ship it over and you make some clothes. Guys, you are going to be able to make some serious bank on that. Or you could save that clothes and be able to put it in for your reputation and be able to make an incredible more amount of money. Next, we have the dairy. As you can see, butter, cheese, and chocolate, but now we have soy milk also, and that's going to take soybeans and sugar. So you don't have a mixed batch here. And as you can see, it's going to be 48,000 liters of soy milk every single month, or 576,000 for the year. Now, the last regular item that we have here is going to be the food factory. You can see that cereal is here again because that's your cereal factory that we have on the base game side of things. But now we have ketchup, salad, and crisps. For ketchup, you're going to need tomatoes and sugar. For salad, you're going to need tomatoes, lettuce, and olive oil. And crisps, you're going to need potatoes and sunflower oil. And this pack does a really good job of incorporating a lot of the crops. Every single crop that you can grow here, you're going to be able to use here in this pack one way or another, and your animal products also, your milk, your eggs, and your wool. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing for pigs right now, but who knows? Maybe we'll get something there too. But for ketchup, you can make 48,000 liters every single month, or 576,000 a year. Salad, 120,000 a month, or 1.4 million liters a year. And crisps, 180,000 liters of crisps every single month, or 2.16 million every single year. Guys, that is a ton of potatoes, but I know there's some of you out there that like to torture yourselves with potato harvests. You're only going to need about 1.3 million liters of potatoes a year to be able to keep this part of this building running nonstop. The last building here, the actual packing facility itself, this is the one that you can really make your money. We have foods, objects, and liquids. So we're going to break these down. These are your second level items here in your production chains. For foods, you're going to need cake, ketchup, salad, chips, and cereal. What it does is it takes 1 unit of each, combines them together, and gives you 1 unit of your food. So what that means is that technically you're going to need 6,000 units of all those things combined, and you're going to get 1,000 units of your food items. And we're going to be taking a look in a later video if it actually is worth it and how much more money you make by doing this process right here versus just selling the products outright as they are coming out of the production facilities. But as you can see here, you're going to be able to make 77,760 liters of product every single year. On the object side of things, you need furniture, pellets, and clothes. That's where your fabric comes in. And you're going to be able to make a little bit more here, about 86,400 liters. And then on liquid, you're going to need your soy milk, your canola oil, and your syrups. Same thing here, 86,400 liters of this product. Now, once you have that, you can combine each one of these together into a unit of reputation. You're going to need a foods, an objects, and a liquid. So you have to have all 3 of those running to be able to make a pallet of this reputation. But if you do, you're going to be able to make 3,600 liters of product every single month, and then 43,200 per year. And if you remember, I said that you could make $1 million on a pallet of reputation. And if you can make 43,000 liters of that, you're going to be able to make $43 million in a year. I'm interested to see if anybody can get it done. One thing you might have noticed is that you're not going to be able to use these facilities to make all of the items. You're still going to need some of your base game production facilities. The first one is going to be your tailor shop here. The second one is going to be your oil mill. You're going to need the grape processing facility. You're going to need a bakery of some kind, but I recommend picking up this industrial grain mill right here. And then you're going to need a greenhouse. This one here is the one that you have to use fertilizer and seeds with, but it gives you twice the amount. And if you're making a lot of products really fast on the other items that are coming out of those facilities over there, you're going to want to definitely have these right here. Yes, it takes a little bit more work to be able to get them done, but you're getting twice the yield. You are also going to need your animals because you need the milk from your cows and your wool from your sheep or your eggs from your chickens. You're also going to need bees right here. So make sure you've got enough room and enough supplies to be able to run these animals as well. You know, you could also, if you didn't necessarily want to do this, you could buy these products. There is an 82 Squared Studios multi-fill silo. It's really good. So if you want to use this pack, but you're not comfortable, you just don't want to play with all the different elements of this, definitely think about going and grabbing that multi-fill silo from 82 Squared Studios. You even save 25% whenever you buy the product from there. There's one last thing I want to show you about this packing facility. Let's go and run up here and take a look at the recipes. As you can see right now, we have foods, objects, and liquids, and the reputation. One thing about the foods, objects, and liquids, if we come over here, we need to come down. And if you want to actually use these to make your reputation, you need to turn these on to distributing. Since there's nothing else in the game that's going to use these, this is the way you need to do this. If I don't have these on distributing and I have them on storing, watch what happens when I come over here and I start unloading my product. I'm going to go right here and we're going to go ahead and just start unloading. Watch over there. See how that's already filling up? If I stop now and I come back over here, I've got foods in there right now. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to turn this to distributing. We're not actually going to get any more right here in the pallet spawn point. So if I go here and I start unloading the rest of it, you can see that my product on my trailer is going down, but I'm not getting any more pallets. And that's because I have this set on distributing. You can see it's going up, up, and it's not spawning out here. So that's how you're going to need to do that if you want to use your foods, your objects, and your liquids in your reputation. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, go and give it a thumbs up if you would. If you want to stay up to date on all my future videos, taking a look at this mod or any of the other stuff that we look at on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell too. And while you're waiting on those videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53 signing off.